We're less than a month away from the new year, and this is what the market is looking like right now. It's quite obvious inventory levels have dropped and so have sales. But this is what you need to know, whether you're a buyer or seller, what the market was like last month and what we can expect this month and going into January as well. Across all different markets, including detached, townhomes, and condos, but this is what you really need to know and what we can expect. So let's dive into it.
Taking a look at the average sales price in Fraser Valley for all detached homes, we can see it's about $1.5 million just last month in November. Now taking that and comparing it to last year in December, we were at about $1.4 million for average sales price of detached homes in Fraser Valley. Now for average sales for Fraser Valley detached homes, in November we were at about 400. And we can see a slightly small incremental decrease from 464 in October to 400 in November. So sales are going down a bit, and we can expect it to go down this month in December as well. If we take a peek at where we were in January last year, 179 sales.
What this tells us is that over the year, sales have increased quite significantly. So if it was to drop in December and in January 2024, it wouldn't be such a significant drop since we're already in the 400s right now. Now, in terms of days on market, we're looking at about 32 days for a detached home to sell in the Fraser Valley in November, which is about the same amount of time it took in January of this year. So going forward into January 2025, we can expect it to be around that range. Now for townhomes in Fraser Valley, average sales price in November was approximately $839K. Now since we're in December, let's compare that to what it was like last year, which was $816K. So we can take away that average sales price did go up this year for townhomes. And in January and this month in December, we can expect it to be around the same range of mid 800s. Now here's what the sales are looking like for townhomes. 254 in November. Compared to October, we were at 338. So we did go down a bit in sales, and we can expect that to happen this month in December and going into January, just a given winter market it is. But a quick peek at where we were at last year in December, 185. So we have gone up much significantly in sales over the last year. For days on market, we're looking at 23 to sell an average townhome. Now taking a look at the average sales price for condos in Fraser Valley, we are at $552K for the month of November. And then taking a look in October, we were at $551. So a very small increase, but compare that to last year in November at $561. We are down a bit in average sales price. And last year we went down in December as well. So we can expect this month and next month to prices for condos to go down very little, but remain within the mid 500s. Now let's take a look at the number of sales. In November, we were at 357 for condos. Still a good amount of sales, but compared to October, we were at 393. So a very small decrease in sales over the month. Overall, we made some good progress in terms of sales over the last 2 years. So going into January 2025, we can expect to remain within the 300s or 400s for average sales on condos. Now for how long it's taking for condos to sell, in November it took about 25 days to sell a condo, and then October it was 19. Still about less than a month for our average days on market. So if we compare that to what we were at in the beginning of the year in January, we were at 29 days. So going into January 2025, we can expect to be within the 30 days mark for an average condo to sell in Fraser Valley. Just to give everyone an overview of what inventory is like for all property types in Fraser Valley, in November we were at 2,135 new listings on the market. Compared to November last year, we were just at 1,799. So there has been a significant increase over the year, especially taking a look at how we started the year in January in 2000s for listings. So going into January 2025, we can expect to remain within that. And that sums it up pretty much for what the market is like from last month and going into January in the new year. If you have more questions, feel free to give me a call.